Sorry. Ever wake up in the morning and you're feeling stiff all over? Maybe achy, but at least things don't move very well. Or say you're sitting in one position for a long time, and when you try to get up again, you're you can't stand up straight, or your ankles don't move, things don't move. I'm sure you recognize that. I think it happens to all of us. It certainly happens to me. Mornings, just getting out of bed, are a little bit tougher than later in the day. Once you get moving around, you're not as stiff. So why is that? I'm Ellie, and I help people move better and move more so that they can feel better in their bodies. Hi, Lala. So good to see you here. So I have been doing this live every day, move more every day in March, and just throwing it out there, just doing it. So I'm doing some movement every day. And so today I'm just talking about, what happens when we move more? Why is that worthwhile thing to do? We have many, many reasons why we move and why someone might want to move more. There are lots of benefits to moving more in our body. There are physical benefits, there are mental and emotional benefits to moving more. And so moving more. Sometimes I move more just for the joy of it. It's like, I'm sitting on a yoga ball. Just because it makes me feel good, reminds me of my childhood when I was moving all the time, climbing trees, swinging on the swing, sprinting down the road, riding my bicycle as fast as I could. Just the joy of that. And I think as we get older, we kind of lose that little aspect of it. But I still find it. Sometimes I move so that I can feel strong. Sometimes I move fast, so like maybe I'll try to move as fast as I can when I'm walking or when I'm dancing. Sometimes movement is to slow me down, reset my body. Sometimes it's moving so that I can get better at a particular thing. Like I've talked in the past about the basketball player who gets it in the hoop every single time when they're standing in a particular place. They've got really good at it, so they're doing it. We can do that too. We can learn to juggle. I wish I had juggling here. So we can do movements so that we get better at those movements. Sometimes I move more because I hope it'll help me lose a little weight or gain a little muscle. So a lot of times the movement I do is to help reset. And I think throughout our day we're buffeted about with various challenges. Sometimes it's even physically, we get bumped when we're in the store in a crowded place, and all of that input and sensory stuff can kind of get us in this, I don't know, high vibration, anxiety place. And so when you do some mindful, meditative movement, it can reset you and it can help you reconnect with your own body. So those are some of the reasons I do a lot of moving. I'm going to take a peek at the comments. So Lala, mommy Lala. Walking daily has helped. I just woke up to go to the restroom and YouTube gave me a notification that I'm live. Yay! And it's so good to see you. I know it's really like, is it early morning or something for you? But it's always nice to have somebody here. I'm just learning some of the things around being able to look at comments when I'm on live. So there are some actual physical benefits. So I said earlier, I had that, like, do you ever wake up really stiff and you wonder why after you're up for an hour you're not as stiff? That's one of the physical benefits of moving more. So what happens is when we move, we warm up. And when we warm up, there's a synovial fluid in our joints, and it warms up. And you know, when oil warms up, it moves easily. It's slicker. but it helps lubricate our joints so that they can move better after we've been moving for a little while. So it's always a good thing to, when you get up in the morning, and I think that's why we get up from a nap or from bed and we do a big stretch and a yawn. Do you have a cat? If you have a cat, you will see that they do a lot of stretches and yawns, and they get up from their nap and they stretch and then they turn around, curl up and go back to sleep. But they're moving and they're I don't know, that helps us to move better when we allow ourselves to do that kind of movement. So there's other physical benefits to moving more. So it moves our fluids in our body, so it improves our circulation when we move. It actually helps when you walk. Those calf muscles, when you're walking, that movement, the contraction of your calf muscles, is what helps push fluid through your veins back up to your heart so that they can get reoxygenated again. And so it's that movement of our muscles that help the fluids move through our body. So movement can help maintain your muscle strength. It can support bone density. Walking is very important for that, because when you put pressure on your bones, then your bones are responding by being able to support that pressure. So your bones are stronger. Your density of your bones is better when you actually use it. We're back to that use it or lose it thing. If you're not putting pressure on your bones like that, you're not going to maintain that good density in the weight-bearing density in your bones. The other things that movement does for you is it improves your mood. It enhances your brain function, actually. And that's, again, points to the blood flow, because if you're getting good blood flow, you're getting good oxygen to your brain. That's important. And it regulates your nervous system. So it helps your nervous system to just relax. So if you've ever wondered if it's important to move, and to move more, to move frequently, to keep yourself moving, that's what it's all doing for you. There are other things, other benefits that I haven't brought up, but that is the importance of moving. And if you're interested, yesterday I just moved on the floor. I just did some of the movement that I do. So you can go back in my channel and you can look at the live from yesterday and you can see what I did. I didn't have my camera set up very good for it, so I am going to do that one again and do some just how do I go through my movement process. So I hope you go back and check that out. Lala is asking, yes, it's the daily live. I've been, just for March, I've been doing a Move More every day in March. Back in 2021, I would just started my exploring video, and I went on my Facebook page. I had a Move More every day in March, but I did quick videos. I did a really quick edit, and I just posted them on there. So this time I thought I would try going live, partly so that I get better at it, because when you do something over and over and over again, you're bound to get better at it. So that's what I'm trying to do, get better at being on video. So you have a problem going down the steps more than going up, but both are quite a struggle. Is it your knees? So lots of people do have issues with their knees. I don't know if that was awkward. There we go. I just moved my camera up so that I can stand up and you can see me. So a lot of times people do have issues with their knees, and a lot of times that really is an issue with your feet or with your hips and with the alignment of your hip over your knee and your body. So it might feel like it's just one issue, but it's likely to be a whole body issue, how your whole body moves in space. Yeah, knees. Yeah, so when we move, movement should flow. It should flow from the ground, stepping on the floor, and that energy and movement flows from your foot, through the knee, through the hip, through your spine, and all the way up. And a lot of times when we move, we kind of, maybe we don't stomp, but we don't allow the movement to flow through. And when the movement doesn't flow through, it can get stuck. It can get stuck at joints. It can get stuck in your knee joints. It can get stuck in your hip joints. And so when there's one part of your body that doesn't move well, then things can get stuck in other places. So taking a look at the whole body, how do your feet, how do they touch the floor? How do your ankles respond? Do you have good flexibility in your ankles and flexibility in your hips? How your back is too. People who have back stiffness or pain tend to move more cautiously and stiffly. So the mindful movement work that I do it's a whole body movement, and it's in all areas of movement, and it starts with our powerhouse, which is our greater trochanters, and that's where our movement, when we push off, it flows up and through. I don't know if that's making sense to you. I'm going to look at the comments here. Yeah, and you know what, let me know if you have any other specific questions. We can take this off into private conversation if you want, where I can help you figure out what your next step would be to try to reduce the issues in your knee. So yeah, you know, it's all about where your feet. So your feet alignment, your hip alignment, your flexibility in your hips, the flexibility in your ankles, and you know, it can be fixed. You can relearn how to move so that you move more fluidly and flowy and with more ease, really. The other thing is that a lot of times we think we need to be strong, and so we're tight all over. And that tightness all over of trying to build muscle and strengthen our bodies, although it's good to have strength, it also can get in the way with the ease of movement. I don't have my skeleton right here, but the guy that I have has been my mentor and my teacher around movement. He talks about be like the skeleton. Everything should be just moving with ease and not such a struggle. So it can take a while, but if you retrain yourself, you can feel more at ease in your body. Let's see what else you're saying here. Let's see. Oh yeah, I could do some guesting work with you. Yeah, I'll be going live for the whole month of March. And I'm actually working on something that you might be interested in. I'm working on a workshop that'll happen towards the end of March that is about moving better and how to make those connections in your body. And so that's something that I think can be very beneficial for anybody who struggles with moving. We're meant to move. We're meant to walk. We're meant to move throughout our day, and we don't do it nearly as much as people used to in the days when they were in the field all the time, or they were working all the time, physical labor work, and now we sit a lot, and that's part of our problem. So that's why just moving whenever you can, taking any of those opportunities to just move a little bit more every day, and yeah. So let's connect, and I'm so glad you showed up. I am finishing up. Were there any other questions? I don't know if anybody else is here. And I'll be back tomorrow. And so actually, if you had any questions and you put them in the comments, I'll look at that later. And I've been doing these lives. I'm kind of winging it. I am getting better at planning. But mostly it's just, what do I want to do today? And then that's what I do. And so if you had a thought or an idea of something more specifically that you would like to do, move out of pain, I can show you a few things that you can do to help with pain. That might be a good one. So maybe that's what we'll do tomorrow. Just a couple of quick things that I can talk about. And of course, if you don't catch the live, that's fine, because it'll stay in my YouTube and Facebook page, so you can always watch it after. So good to see you, and I hope you have a great day. And I think, yeah, I am trying to go live every day around the same time, so 4:15 my time, East Coast time, and then, yeah, okay. Thank you for being here, and thank you to anyone else that's watching. Please subscribe and click the little bell, and you'll get the notification that I went live, like Lala did today. And what else? Yeah. Oh, and you know, keep your ears open I'll start to make announcements next week about the workshop that I'm going to do, and we'll see how that goes. That'll be fun. All right, bye.